Welcome back. You know, SAS Global Forum not only serves users from across the globe, but also draws interest from everywhere. Now, Juan Merodio is one of the most highly regarded experts in Spain and Latin America in digital marketing, social networks, innovation, and digital transformation as well. He's a frequent speaker at prestigious conferences all over the world, and of course, business schools and universities in Spain and Latin America as well, such as Rey Juan Carlos University. My Spanish is pretty good, right?
It's perfect.
Are you liking the accent?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hold on, there's more to tell you. And in addition to all of that, he is also a mentor and advisor for entrepreneurs in various programs, among which include Startup Mansion in New York, Teen Entrepreneurs in Miami and San Francisco, and Housepreneurs in Berlin. Juan, welcome to our program.
Thanks for the invitation.
This is my absolute pleasure. Now, tell me about some of the topic areas that you cover in your work.
Well, when I start to work with a company, I try to make a brief research about different digital topics, but one of the most important for me is the website. Because website is one of the first impression that people see about your company. They go to Google, look for your company, and oh, that's your website. So your website has to be aligned with your global strategy and connect that with content marketing.
Wow.
Because you need to create content that give value to your customers.
And it's interesting, isn't it, how often the website doesn't actually align with the corporate value and isn't taking advantage of everything that analytics has to offer. So when you come to an event like this fabulous SAS Global Forum, what are your takeaways? What are you learning? What do you hope to learn?
Well, I learned a lot from professional here, but I think we need to think more in analytics and take marketing decision based on data instead of our heart.
Like gut instinct.
Yeah.
People are still doing that, right?
Yeah, and I don't understand why, because we have a lot of data that we can take advantage and convert to insights and take better decisions in marketing.
Now, I'm always fascinated to know how different groups of people use social media. So when you look at the way the Spanish and Spanish-speaking countries use social media, how do you compare it to what we see in other countries, in English-speaking countries?
Well, Spain is a moment of change in terms of social media, but there is a big gap between customers and companies because there are a lot of customers using social media every day, but companies doesn't believe in social media. But now they understand, they have realized the importance of social media in getting leads and transform these leads in customers, so we are on the way.
On the way, but it's still a journey to be had, I guess. There's still a journey. And when you think of the Spanish consumer, I guess this is also a lead-in. Is the Spanish consumer, in your opinion, as digital as those in, say, the UK or the US or Germany?
Yeah, I think so. I think the problem is with most of the company, not the consumer.
Can you expand on that? You mean that the companies simply aren't offering them the options? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, now, we hear this phrase workforce transformation, and it's interesting because sometimes we think of consumers and then we think of workforce, but very often they interact and they are the same. What do you mean by workforce transformation?
Well, workforce transformation is a part of digital transformation, and a lot of companies are involved in this kind of process. So first of all, you have to think in your workers. You have to use, I was to call people analytics, so you have to take the data from your workers and make them happy, because if your company is what your workers are, so you have to involve and empower your workers to create a good environment.
All right, so out of interest, because this is something you keep touching upon, companies, you believe, especially in Spanish-speaking countries, are missing a trick. They should be listening more to their workforce, listening more to the consumers, using analytics to improve both sides.
For sure. We need the data to improve our marketing, our human resources, our financial, almost in the company.
Wonderful. Now, we have only about 45 seconds left. So do this for all of us. Tell us about your blog. And you can make this a commercial if you like.
Well, I started my blog 7 years ago in Spanish, so I update twice or 3 times per week, and I speak about digital transformation, social media, digital marketing, and I'm very happy right now because I launched my blog in English 6 months ago.
Muy bien.
Yeah, muy bien. I have a new challenge.
Yes, you do. How is the English coming along? Because I know you're in Canada right now.
Yeah, I'm learning right now English in Canada, yes.
Do you find the language easy?
Well, so.
So. Well, I have to say, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, watching on the screens right now, that his English is far better than my Spanish. See? That's
Yeah, you speak Spanish quite well.
I do. When we met, I was like, ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, gracias, etc. So, what are you going to go and watch today, very briefly?
Well, I look forward to see a lot of conference, but I'm very interested in Arianna Huffington.
Say that again to me.
Arianna Huffington?
Oh, Arianna Huffington,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
It'll be very interesting to hear what she has to say. And she's got a new book coming out as well, all about the power of sleep. So we're going to be keeping an eye out for that. Well, Juan Merodio, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Have a great time at SAS Global Forum. And thanks for coming onto the set. And we will be right back.